Well, it's play in the shed day, and I thought today I'd do a little bit of woodwork just for a change. I haven't made anything using my scroll saw for a while, so this little project should be easy and fun. I'm going to make a magic bowl. As the thumbnail suggested, the bowl is made out of a single piece of wood, but I'm not sure what angle I need to cut the pieces out on. It's the angle that allows the pieces to concertina out without falling apart. All my calculations are based on 6mm or 1/4 inch ply for this little project. And I'm going to start with a 3-degree angle. The angle angles to the right, so I'm going to have to move my material counterclockwise under the scroll saw blade. So I'm just freehand cutting a bit of a circle here just to see whether I've got the angle right or not. Right, because I've cut the piece on an angle, see how it doesn't go right through? So, looks like 3 degrees might be okay. So, I'm using a number 3 blade. This is a scroll saw blade, and it's quite fine, but it produces a nice clean cut. I've drawn this pleasing looking shape, and so I'll just stick it to my piece of ply. Again, I'm not absolutely sure this is going to work, so I'm not going to use any proper timber yet. Although ply does look okay for a proper finished product anyway. Okay, so there's my design. And I've got a 1mm drill. This is big enough to put the number 3 blade through. So there'll be a hole for each layer of the bowl. There we go, all holes drilled. Now it's time to start cutting them out. Before I go cutting all of them out, let me just double check to make sure that the angle that I've got is actually correct. Okay. So it's not. Poop. Still, better to find out now. So I'm going to move my angle from 3 degrees to 4 degrees and give it another go. Still using the same template, even though I know that this one is now ruined. Okay, another layer cut out with the 4 degrees this time. That's much better, that's nice and tight. Yep, I think we're on a winner this time. Anyway, now that I know that I'm right with the 4-degree angle, this can all go in the bin. It's important to note that the only things that are critical in making this bowl are the fact that I'm using 6mm or 1/4 inch timber, a number 3 blade, and I'm cutting on a 4-degree angle. Those 3 things in combination are what make this bowl work. It doesn't really matter if you don't follow the line exactly, because all these pieces are obviously going to fit together because there's only one cut. But I like to be accurate if I can, and so I use this magnifying glass with the light in it. It just makes my old eyes able to see that line a lot easier. I printed a couple of patterns because I wasn't real sure I was going to get it right the first time. Anyway, this second attempt looks like all is okay. So I'll keep going with this one, even though it's still only in ply at this stage. Just in case you're interested, that number 3 blade that I'm using is a skip tooth reverse blade. Not that you could use any blade that you like so long as it's a number 3, but I happen to like these skip tooth reverse blades. They clear the chips really easily and they give a nice clean cut without hardly any feather. Alrighty then, all the bits are cut out for this second attempt. Still got the paper stuck on it, but let's just line them all up. You need to line up where the holes are that you've drilled to make sure each piece fits back perfectly again. And these fit very nicely. They fit nice and firmly without pushing right through. And here's where the magic happens. If you don't want your bowl to be collapsible once you've built it, then you can just put a few dobs of super glue around so that it keeps it in place. You won't be able to compress it again, but it'll be a nice little bowl. Anyway, I've proved the concept, I've got the angles right. Now I'm going to use a proper little piece of timber. I've got this piece of Australian red cedar. Again, 6mm or 1/4 inch deep, thick. And so I'm going to put the pattern on again, and I'll go through the same process of cutting all the bits out. And hopefully I'll have a nice presentable little bowl. If the paper doesn't peel off easily, you can always just rub over the paper with a bit of mineral terps. Once you've got the paper off though, you still need to clean any residue glue off with the mineral terps. Once that's done, I normally just heat it up with the heat gun to let any residue evaporate, and then give it a final bit of a sand with some 240 grit sandpaper, just to make it lovely and smooth. If you've got a scroll saw, this is a quick and easy project, and it produces a nice little bowl for someone to give as a present. Even that friend who has everything probably doesn't have a magic bowl. Anyway, you can do a screenshot of this if you like this same design. Like I said, the actual size doesn't matter. You could even just use a compass and draw some circles. The circles don't have to be the same, they can be different widths. The thing that makes it work is the number 3 blade, the 4mm angle, and the 6mm thick material. So go on, get out into your own shed and make your own magic bowl and amaze your friends. There's something quite satisfying about being able to smack on that bowl and make it flat, and then just bring it back to bowl shape again. Anyway, catch you later.